Gladys Knight, the renowned soul singer, may seem to have it all: fame, wealth, and a career that has touched the hearts of millions of people worldwide. But beneath the glittering spotlight and the soul-stirring melodies is a tale of resiliency and strength as she overcame devastating tragedy and difficult personal circumstances that few could comprehend in 1999. The sudden death of Gladys Knight's beloved son shocked Beau. Jimmy Newman, who was only 37 years old, passed away from heart failure while sleeping. This tragic event prevented him from living a happy life, and they grieved with her. Jimmy passed away peacefully in his Las Vegas home, leaving many unsolved concerns and conjectures regarding the cause. A few murmured that drug use might be involved. Even with the speculation that there might have been natural reasons, some people held with the unfortunate view that 37 was a very early age to lose a loved one. Jimmy Newman was not just happy that his nice kid succeeded as a manager and helped propel his mother's career to unprecedented heights. One of his notable accomplishments was bringing the song "Jesus Love Is Like a River" to the notice of Gladys Knight. A song that was co-written by Hatch in the year of his death, or by UT Satyr Jimmy, was the driving force behind the establishment of Many Road, a record company that supported other gospel musicians as well as Gladys Knight's gospel album Many Different Roads. We all have to go through this. It's not our time or place to dictate when, where, or what. It belongs to the Lord, and that's how I've dealt with it. Jimmy also introduced Glad Knight to the Mormon faith, a spiritual journey that had a profound impact on her life. Speaking about her son's influence on her faith, she once said, Jimmy brought me to my church, and I just grew immensely from his example. I'm aware that I won't see him again." Sadly, Gladys Knight had already experienced loss before. James Newman Sr., Jimmy's father and a jazz musician from Atlanta, died at the age of 35 from a drug-related tragedy. By the time of his death, he and Gladys Knight had already ended their 1960 to 1973 marriage. Jimmy Newman left behind a grieving family that included his wife Micheline, daughters Natalie and Gabrielle, and sons Rich and Stephen and Sterling. His siblings, Shanka Curson of Atlanta and Kenya Jackson of Henderson, also survive him. Jimmy Jordan of Atlanta and Ja Henderson of New York City, in an interview with WDIV, the 74-year-old Econo Ander revealed that she had been battling breast cancer, not pancreatic cancer as was initially misinterpreted. This revelation, along with the void left by his abrupt departure, testified to the profound impact he had on his family and the music industry following the passing of another music legend. In order to be clear, I would like to clarify that both Artha and I had discussed our experiences with cancer. Hers was pancreatic cancer and mine was stage 1 breast cancer. I am grateful that I am cancer-free. It is unfortunate that a reporter who failed to provide accurate information on a day when we should be honoring Artha's life and significant contribution to the world missed a message. I send my love to the Franklin family and my gratitude to them for sharing such an extraordinary person with us. Gladys Knight talked about her condition in an interview with Us magazine that was conducted during the USA Foundation's gala opening night. Gladys Knight's words capture the essence of her inner strength and faith, providing a powerful reminder that even in the face of adversity, one can find solace and acceptance. She went on to express her love for A.R.A. Franklin, acknowledging the pain of her loss while also celebrating the fact that her dear friend was no longer suffering. She talked about the loss of her sister A.R.A. Franklin in this interview. She gave insights into her perspective on life and the challenges it presents, saying we all have our days. I mean, we have absolutely no control over that. The Lord tells us where we are going and when we are coming, so I'm not overly upset about it. I truly didn't want her to suffer, even though I do miss her, and people can see that she didn't stop driving despite knowing that the illness will eventually take her life. She simply continued to do what she does best. Artha Save, then Journey, often referred to as the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin left an enduring mark on the music industry. Her voice and songs served as a source of inspiration and solace for countless fans. But behind the scenes, she battled personal demons and faced immense challenges throughout her life. From a troubled childhood, marked by interventions orchestrated by her father, a prominent Baptist minister, to becoming a mother at the tender age of 12. Franklin's passing marked the end of an era in the music industry. Her funeral, held at Detroit's Greater Great Temple, was a testament to the profound influence she had on those who loved her music. This journey was one of victory over our first city. At the age of 10, her mother passed away, igniting a turbulent period in her life. At 12, she became a mother herself, a burden she carried while receiving care from her grandmother. At the age of 19, she married Ted White Sr., with whom she had a son named Ted Jr. Tragically, allegations of domestic abuse plagued their marriage, and her husband exposed her to alcohol and marijuana. Later, Southeast separated from Ted DeVries Sr. and went on to have a son named Key Cal with her road manager Kay Cunningham. The world was shocked in the summer of 2022 by the unfortunate incident that marked the beginning of a tragic period in the life of a beloved icon, Gladys Knight. While on vacation in Portugal, this legendary performer fell victim to a chance encounter that was set the stage for a journey filled with trials, resilience, and unwavering determination. AA's personal struggles were closely linked to her well-documented battles with her weight. She suffered from low self-esteem and saw souls in food, leading to a lifelong struggle with her weight. Her journey and the details of her remarkable life are chronicled in her biography, Respect the Life of Arna Franklin. The woman pushing a pram accidentally collided with GL Knight, who found herself in the landscapes of Portugal, far from the glamorous stages she has graced for decades. Little did she know that this encounter would alter the course of her life, causing her to lose her balance and fall back onto the harsh concrete. The outcome was a serious 5 centimeters head wound that needed medical attention right away. Gladys was disoriented after the accident and had a 1-hour memory loss. Concerned individuals hurried her to the hospital, where doctors worked diligently to treat her injuries, but at the time they were unable to find any indications of an intracranial damage or concussion. Even though she had experienced a setback, Gladys, a strong-willed woman with hope in her heart, managed to regain her optimism in the weeks that followed the incident. She noticed that her recovery was not as straightforward as she had first thought, belied, and that something was amiss months after the accident. She no longer felt as energized as she once did, but her determination and passion for her work drove her to continue working as an actress despite the doctor's advice to the contrary. From October to November of the same year, she faced a new challenge when she experienced limited motor function in her right leg. The physical toll of the incident was becoming more noticeable, but Gladys remained in order to give the best care possible. Stillness's condition deteriorated at an alarming rate, and she underwent a substantial relapse. By June, it was clear that Knight's health was seriously jeopardized and that she needed more specialized care. Gladys, the Tullis songstress, passed away on October 22, 2023, at the age of 79. Despite the tragic events that befell her in Portugal in 2022, Gladys continues to be a symbol of grace, courage, and positivity. As we remember Gladys Knight, we remember not only her extraordinary musical contributions, but also the strength she displayed in the face of life's challenges. Gladys was placed in a care home where she could receive round-the-clock attention. Despite the valiant efforts of her carers, her condition worsened on that fateful day. She showed us that even the most difficult challenges can be conquered with perseverance and a positive outlook. Glad Lovely Legacy's path serves as a reminder that the human spirit is capable of enormous resilience and that, in the end, our positivity and tenacity may leave an enduring mark on the world. Her music and story continue to inspire others who face tragedy with grace and persistence.